For 2 years after adoption, this little girl was not seen. There were no check-ins, and she stopped going to school, and no one was concerned. Little did everyone know, she was no longer alive. This is the story of Charisma Marquez, and I'm sorry if I pronounce some of these names wrong. Charisma and her 5 siblings were removed from their biological mother's home due to her drug use. They were originally placed with an uncle, but eventually Charisma and 2 of her siblings were placed in foster care. The 3 children were placed in the home of Maribel and Rafael Loera. When Charisma was 6 years old, the couple took her to Phoenix Children's Hospital with a bruised and swollen eye. They claimed that she had gotten hurt at daycare while playing hide and seek. However, the doctor said that her injury was not consistent with their story, but police and CPS found no evidence of abuse. CPS stated that the parents did the right thing by taking her to the hospital and they were being cooperative. Charisma was adopted and her name was changed to Anna. In October of 2014, DCS received a report of a child in their home with bruises on their butt. 2 weeks earlier, there was a report made of abuse in the home. CPS went to the home and found that there was no evidence of abuse, so they closed the case. Over the next few years, there were no reports made until in January of 2020, an 11-year-old called 911 and said that she was home alone and she was scared and she had been home alone for 2 days. The 11-year-old was removed from the home and an investigation began. 8 days later, on January 28, 2020, 2 children were removed from the home due to extreme abuse. An hour later, a call came in to 911 from a neighbor saying that the couple's house was on fire. Firefighters put out the fire and found Charisma's skeletal remains in the attic. Rafael claimed that in the summer of 2017, Charisma got really sick. He waited too long to take her to the hospital, and by the time he put her in the car, she had been throwing up and convulsing. She died on the way to the hospital. He wrapped her lifeless body in a blanket and placed her in the attic. Although police believe that Charisma died in 2016. The children claimed that Maribel would hit them with extension cords and bash their head into the wall. Rafael backed up the children's claims but said he never reported Maribel because he was scared that she would hurt. Rafael and Maribel were arrested with the death of Charisma and on several child abuse charges. Prosecutors are seeking the death penalty, but I could not find any new information. The last thing that was posted was in January of 2022. And like always, please be an advocate for the discarded voices.